right, so far Kyrie Irving's standoff with being vaccinated has only affected practice. Significant by some standards, considering how little time Brooklyn's Big Three spent together last year, but certainly not enough to ring alarms. However, the plot is thickening because tomorrow the Nets have their first preseason home game, a place that Kyrie, of course, cannot play, at least until or unless he gets the jab. The Nets have publicly appeared unconcerned, but with time ticking down to real play, PTI examines the precarious case of Kyrie.
Okay, Frank, the Nets open their preseason tomorrow night in Brooklyn in Barclays Center where Kyrie Irving can't play. What's your level of concern regarding Irving right now?
Yeah, you know, they're playing the Milwaukee Bucks. The last time they were at Barclays Center, that was Game 7 against Milwaukee. That's when Kevin Durant's big toe was a little too big, or else that shot would have won the series for them. Kyrie didn't play in that game. It was an ankle injury. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, you know, the understanding was that Kyrie was going to get the vaccination. Then it looked like he backed off from that. Right now, if Kyrie isn't vaccinated, that's 41 games at Barclays Center, the 2 games at Madison Square Garden. To me, he's forcing you into a corner where I think you're going to have to look to explore and trade him. Maybe they could do something with Philly and Ben Simmons. Yeah. You know that at practice 2 days ago, they actually asked Steve Kerr, would you think about moving practices to accommodate Kyrie Irving? They're going to move him to New Jersey. Where do you want to go? West Orange High School right down the street from Kyrie's house? I mean, the situation is getting to a point where, for me, Michael, I think Kyrie's almost backing the Nets into a corner here.
Yeah, I think you meant Steve Nash, not Steve Kerr, but Steve Kerr wouldn't move him either.
Steve Nash.
I have no concern over Kyrie Irving because he doesn't seem to give a damn about anybody else. He only cares about him. He's got enough concern for him. I said this to Tony yesterday. I'm not trading him. I'm just going to put him on ice. I'm going to let him sit there because they got enough. You know how teams always say when somebody gets injured and the team say, we got enough to win, and they never have enough to win. The Brooklyn Nets have enough to win.
But what if you could get something for him?
No, I don't want Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons needs the ball, and I want it in the hands of James Harden.
He'll play center for the Nets.
I don't want him. He's got other issues, and they're basketball related. I don't want him either. I like Ben Simmons. I still don't want him on that team. I am going to let Kyrie Irving sit on ice. They don't need him, Frank, and they don't need another player to come in and disrupt that mix. Then trade him for a draft pick, but you can't because you got too many salary cap considerations. Sit down, son. You can sit there. You can watch the games. Frank, he can't even come to practice for like 10 or 12 days in a row when you combine him with games.
Kevin Durant left the Warriors and Steph Curry to come to Brooklyn to play with Kyrie Irving. They owe at least to Kevin Durant to do something then.
You know what, though?
Kyrie doesn't want to play.
He's got Harden. He didn't count on that when he came to Brooklyn. Yeah. Kevin Durant knows they can win. He won't say it. He's a great teammate, Durant is. He's not going to go out there and say anything that would embarrass Kyrie. They don't need Kyrie.
Ben Simmons would help if Philly would do that deal.
So what's James Harden supposed to do? Just float around, become a 3-and-D guy?
James Harden is going to be James Harden.
He needs the ball to be James Harden. I want him to have it.
He'll have the ball. Ben Simmons will run the court.
Don't make that trade.
Defense.
Don't make that trade. That's it. We're done.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.